Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So although Bitcoin has corrected a little bit, guys, I got Bitcoin here on the hourly. We are rebounding right now. Bitcoin trading at 15,227 per BTC. Lots going on right now. It has finally been announced that Joe Biden will be the 46th president of the United States of America. And is the market reacting? Is Bitcoin just doing what it would usually do? It's interesting because, I take a look at the Bitcoin trend here, and we saw this correction here. Let me just bring this up for you. So we did see this correction from top to bottom, about 10%, okay? Now we've rebounded back up, so now it's looking like we're only down 4.69% since Bitcoin reached this high up here of almost 16,000 per BTC. But ultimately, this correction happened to be about 10%. Guys, when you look at XRP on the chart here, you can see that XRP is doing the same thing. So it did follow the Bitcoin rally upward. Again, this is XRP on the hourly. Followed the Bitcoin rally upward. It did correct. Now it's trying to make its way back up. And XRP from top to bottom here only corrected about 8.6%, give or take. And now we're back up here to about minus 5.5%. So you guys can see the trends are looking similar. There is still a lot of investor confidence in Bitcoin, which is going to be good for the rest of the crypto space. As you guys can see in this example, XRP is following Bitcoin, and many of the other cryptocurrencies are as well. And this is what JPMorgan says institutions are doing with regards to their traditional assets. They're throwing them away for Bitcoin. This from Michael at Val5Links on Twitter. So JPMorgan Chase, the largest U.S. bank by total assets, notes that Bitcoin is eating away at demand for gold ETFs. In a report shared by Michael Sonnenschein, the managing director of Grayscale Investments, institutional investors such as family offices now view the world's largest cryptocurrency as a digital alternative to the yellow metal that used to be the go-to safe haven. In October, the flow trajectory of the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, GBTC, became significantly steeper, while gold ETFs remain basically flat. And you guys can see that here, okay? BTC, the Bitcoin Trust flow trajectory upward, and gold, there still is a curve up, but it isn't nearly as lucrative as the Bitcoin Trust. Now, for those of you guys who do not know what that is, GBTC, you can basically buy this on the regular stock market. It follows Bitcoin. So, if you don't feel like putting the money into cryptocurrency or buy actual Bitcoin, you can still get the exposure to Bitcoin through GBTC. That is the ticker symbol. And you can see the chart is basically Bitcoin. If I bring up Bitcoin, you guys can see that chart is basically the same thing. GBTC, okay, and Bitcoin USD, same kind of chart. So GBTC here, right now trading right up here at about 1751, give or take. The thing about this, though, is that it does close on the weekends as the stock market does close, so this doesn't trade over the weekends, whereas Bitcoin consistently trades 24/7. Some people will like this because they can get the exposure to Bitcoin and own more shares in this, and the volatility is mirroring Bitcoin's volatility, so I do own some of this, full disclosure. I also own actual Bitcoin. But that's not it, guys. Veteran investor Bill Miller says that every major investment bank will own Bitcoin or something like it. This from DJ Peter Vass on Twitter. So here's the veteran mutual fund legend Bill Miller, and he told CNBC Friday that the risks of Bitcoin going to zero are lower than they've ever been before, and predicted more institutional investment in the cryptocurrency. The Bitcoin story is very easy. It's supply and demand, and he says Bitcoin supply is growing at around 2.5% a year, and the demand is growing faster than that. And I think that's kind of all you really need to know about this. More investors getting interested, coming off the sidelines. Now the election is over, so I think we are going to see more investor confidence in this. Again, guys, a lot of these investors are deciding to get their exposure through the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. But supply and demand fundamentals, that is what Bill Miller is saying here. Bitcoin supply only growing at 2.5% a year. And the demand is much greater than that and will continue to be greater than that. Not only that, guys, Miller revealed that his MVP1 hedge fund had half of its investment in Bitcoin, and this was back in December 2017. On Friday, Miller warned of inflation coming back, with the Federal Reserve gunning the money supply and future fiscal relief coming from Congress. So all this stuff is going to be very, very good for Bitcoin price. Need I not remind you, this from XRP Crypto Wolf, Dutch central bank begins registering cryptocurrency service providers. And the number is up to 39. So 39 firms have applied to offer crypto services under new regulation, says Dutch Central Bank. The DNB, the Dutch Central Bank, has started actively registering companies to provide cryptocurrency services as a result of the implementation of the 5th EU anti-money laundering directive. Providers of exchange services between cryptocurrencies and fiat currencies and providers of custodial wallets must apply for registration with the central bank. They must demonstrate compliance with the requirements of the Money Laundering and Terrorist Financing Prevention Act and the Sanctions Act of 1977. And guys, they've said them specifically, they have received 39 applications. According to the public register on the central bank's website, 4 companies have been granted registration to offer crypto services, and they are, and it lists the names of these companies down here. Guys, I'll link this article in the description if you want to read further. One of the companies, 2525 Ventures, also operates under the trade names LightPay, LightPaid, LightBit, Light Wallet, Light Deal, and LightBit. Spelled differently. Phoenix Payments also operates under Anycoin Direct. So just to give you guys a little bit of information on that there, we are seeing cryptocurrency regulatory clarity become clearer in certain regions in Europe. And guys, this is going to just snowball in 2021. It's great to hear that this is happening in the Netherlands currently. It probably won't be far off now where we'll see this come to the United States of America. And VeChain news, guys, I saw this. VeChain to power limited edition merchandise collected by Team Zuby. So in collaboration with the Bitcoin movement and Zuby, a rapper and entrepreneur who's joining forces to tap the immutability property of distributed ledger technology, the building blocks of Bitcoin and other digital assets to create a limited edition merchandise collection. As stated on the BTC movement website, the blockchain-based limited edition merchandise collection is made up of just 300 items, 125 fully branded t-shirts, 125 caps, and 50 hoodies. The team says the entire details of each collection will be stored on VeChain Thor blockchain forever via NFC chips. So more VeChain news, obviously not as big as some of these other collaborations, but I thought I'd bring that to you just to give you guys the lowdown on what's new in the VeChain camp. This was in the news yesterday as well. SBI to test XRP in the foreign market exchange market. So this is big, guys, for XRP. SBI finally testing XRP in the $6.6 trillion foreign exchange market. As we know, SBI Holdings and Ripple are partnered together. So we are likely going to see more and more XRP utility come out of SBI in the future. Japanese financial giant SBI Holdings is preparing to test the use of XRP in the foreign exchange market. The pilot will utilize the cryptocurrency to execute cross-border currency swaps, according to the financial outlet Nikkei. The test is designed to determine whether the speed of XRP can be used as a bridge asset to lower the risk of price fluctuations that can occur as one currency is traded for another, as well as to determine potential savings on fees associated with the transfer. We also mentioned that SBI is teaming up with FX Coin as well. I talked about that a little bit in yesterday's video. According to the Bank for International Settlements, trading in the global FX markets reached $6.6 trillion per day in April 2019. That was the estimation at that time. Foreign exchange swap volumes are estimated to account for approximately half of the FX market. So big news here, guys. XRP now finally being tested in a real-world situation with regards to Forex through SBI Holdings. So what do you think about that? Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.